Put your hands on a hot stove and one moment will seem like an eternity. Whereas if you're sitting with someone whose company you really enjoy, 2 to 3 hours will seem just like maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So what is the secret? That on one hand there are certain tasks which when we do or perform, we feel extremely relaxed and we are so engrossed in that we tend to forget all our worries and anxieties. On the other hand, there are another set of tasks or activities which when we do, we feel stressed, we feel anxious, and we don't feel like doing it, and each and every moment of doing that task seems like an eternity. And the interesting thing is, what I find interesting, the other person might find it very boring. So what exactly is the secret? What happens during that time when we are fully immersed into an activity so much that we forget even our worries? So welcome to chapter 4 of the book reading series Ikigai, where the authors have decoded the secrets of the Japanese centenarians residing in Okinawa. So according to Professor Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, this state of optimal experience where a person is completely engrossed and absorbed in an activity to an extent that his ego dissolves, to an extent that he loses all sense of time, and to an extent that he is no more worried about the outcomes also. All he does is completely absorbed in the activity and enjoys the present moment. He calls this state as a state of optimal experience, the flow. Professor Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi researched for several years and discovered that this feeling of flow, this experience, is same irrespective of age, culture, community and nation. Whether you are a chess player or you are a mathematician, whether you are a cook or a dancer, it doesn't matter. When a person attains flow, when a person is completely absorbed in a work, that feeling is same all throughout the world. So is it that we can achieve flow only once in a while, maybe accidentally? Or is it that we can train our mind and body and our brain to achieve flow by using certain strategies? The good news is we can train ourselves to attain flow whenever we want by following some small strategies. So the number one strategy is to choose a difficult task. Now what does that mean, choose a difficult task? It means that you have to challenge yourself to stretch your limits. Now that does not mean that you have to choose a very extra difficult task, because if you choose a very difficult task, you might easily get frustrated or depressed and give up. On the other hand, if you choose a very simple task, you will easily get bored. So the key here is choose a task that matches your interest, but at the same time, it is difficult enough to challenge your capabilities. It is difficult enough to take you out from your comfort zone and stretch your limits. So it could be like maybe you are a dancer and you want to learn a new move, or maybe you are a creative designer and you want to learn a new software, or maybe you want to try a new dish. So it could be anything, but the key is to move out little by little each day away from your comfort zone and stretch your limits and take your skill to the next level. So that is the first step. The next step is to have a clear and a concrete objective. Yes, clear and concrete objective. The authors in this book describes a principle called compass over maps. It is said that a very good map will take you deep into the woods, but at a very high cost. But a good compass will take you exactly where you want to go. So if you want to achieve flow in your life, if you want to move closer towards your Ikigai, the secret is to have a very clear and concrete objective in life. The third strategy is, this is the most important. The third strategy is avoid multitasking. You know, our generation is suffering from an epidemic of multitasking. Imagine a situation: you are drafting an email in the morning, and suddenly while you're drafting the email, a small notification pops up, a Facebook chat. So you say, okay, it'll just take 1 minute. You go and type something. Meanwhile, your phone vibrates. Now there's a WhatsApp chat. And by the time you do all this multitasking that you call, and without you realizing, 30 to 40 minutes have been passed and you have done nothing absolutely. So when we say multitasking, I have very often heard people saying, you know, I am very good at multitasking. But when you say multitasking, it means you are not multitasking, but the brain is switching from one task to another and back to the task. And in the process, what happens is the brain is not able to do anything. It has been scientifically proven that when the brain is multitasking, that is not multitasking exactly, switching back and forth from one task to other and then back to that task, it not only causes lack of focus and concentration, but it decreases your productivity by 60% and it reduces your IQ level by an order of 10 points or more than 10 points. So that is the disadvantage of multitasking. And if somebody really wants to attain flow, one must do one task at a time. Yes, that is the secret. Doing one task at a time is the single key factor or the most important factor in achieving flow in life. We all know Japanese are well known for their attention to detail and their simplicity. And their simplicity is not a boring one. Their simplicity is something very sophisticated. The Japanese are known to stretch their limits each day, at least by a small amount. They try their level best to move out of comfort zone each day so that they can level up their skills. So yes, if we want to achieve flow in our life, these are the 3 key strategies. Choose a difficult task so that you stretch your limits each day. Have a very, very clear-cut objective, concrete objective in life. And the third one, avoid multitasking at all costs. So, if you have found your Ikigai in life, if you know how to attain your flow state, if you know that what is that activity in life which you can do without worrying about anything else in the world, then happiness, joy, blissfulness are all byproducts of your life, are all a way of life. It is not something a very distant dream. So stay tuned for more and more chapters coming up. With each chapters, more and more secrets will be revealed about the Japanese centenarians. So this is Subra Mukherjee signing out. I'll be back soon with brand new videos. Until then, stay happy, spread smile and spread joy. Thank you so much for watching.